The Secret Garden. Francis Hodgson Burnett. Previously on The Secret Garden, Mary Lennox found the key and the hidden door beneath the ivy. Now inside the long-forgotten garden, she discovers a world wrapped in silence, where the roses sleep and the first green shoots of spring begin to stir. Martha's face quite lighted up. "There now," she exclaimed. "If that wasn't one of Thing's mother said. She says, there's such a lot of room in that big place, why don't they give her a bit for herself, even if she doesn't plant nothing but parsley and radishes? She'd dig and rake away and be right down happy over it." Them was the very words she said. "Were they?" said Mary. "How many things she knows, doesn't she?" Said Martha. "It's like she says, a woman as brings up 12 children learns something besides her ABC. Children's as good as arithmetic to set you findin' out things." "How much would a spade cost, a little one?" Mary asked. "Well," was Martha's reflective answer, "at Thwaite Village there's a shop or so, and I saw little garden sets with a spade and a rake and a fork all tied together for 2 shillings. And they was stout enough to work with too." "I've got more than that in my purse," said Mary. "Mrs. Morrison gave me 5 shillings and Mrs. Medlock gave me some money from Mr. Craven." "Did he remember thee that much?" exclaimed Martha. "Mrs. Medlock said I was to have 1 shilling a week to spend. She gives me one every Saturday. I didn't know what to spend it on." "My word, that's riches," said Martha. "They can buy anything in world the wants. Rent of our cottage is only 1 and 3 It's like pullin' eye teeth to get it. Now I've just thought of something," putting her hands on her hips. "What?" said Mary eagerly. "In the shop at Thwaite they sell packages o' flower seeds for 1 penny each, and our Dickon he knows which is prettiest ones and how to make 'em grow. He walks over to Thwaite many a day just for teach fun of it. Does the know how to print letters?" Suddenly. "I know how to write," Mary answered. Martha shook her head. "Our Dickon can only read printin'. If the could print we could write a letter to him and ask him to go and buy garden tools and seeds at the same time." "Oh, you're a good girl," Mary cried. "You are really. I didn't know. You were so nice. I know I can print letters if I try. Let's ask Mrs. Medlock for a pen and ink and some paper." "I've got some of my own," said Martha. "I bought 'em so I could print a bit of a letter to Mother of a Sunday. I'll go and get it." She ran out of the room, and Mary stood by the fire and twisted her thin little hands together with sheer pleasure. "If I have a spade," she whispered, "I can make the earth nice and soft and dig up weeds. If I have seeds and can make flowers grow, the garden won't be dead at all, it will come alive." She did not go out again that afternoon because when Martha returned with her pen and ink and paper, she was obliged to clear the table and carry the plates and dishes downstairs. And when she got into the kitchen, Mrs. Medlock was there and told her to do something, so Mary waited for what seemed to her a long time before she came back. Then it was a serious piece of work to write to Dickon. Mary had been taught very little because her governesses had disliked her too much to stay with her. She could not spell particularly well, but she found that she could print letters when she tried. This was the letter Martha dictated to her. "My dear Dickon, this comes hoping to find you well as it leaves me. At present, Miss Mary has plenty of money and will. You go to Thwaite and buy her some flower seeds and a set of garden tools to make a flower bed. Pick the prettiest ones and easy to grow because she has never done it before and lived in India, which is different. Give my love to Mother and every one of you. Miss Mary is going to tell me a lot more so that on my next day out you can hear about elephants and camels and gentlemen going hunting lions and tigers. Your loving sister, Martha Phoebe Sowerby. We'll put the money in tea envelope and I'll get Tick Butcher's boy to take it in his cart. He's a great friend o' Dickon's, said Martha. How shall I get the things when Dickon buys them? Asked Mary. He'll bring 'em to you himself. He'll like to walk over this way. Oh, exclaimed Mary. Then I shall see him. I never thought I should. See Dickon. Does thee want to see him? Asked Martha suddenly. She had looked so pleased. Yes, I do. I never saw a boy foxes and crows loved. I want to see him. Very much. Martha gave a little start, as if she suddenly remembered something. Now to think, she broke out. To think o' me forgettin' that there. And I thought I was goin' to tell you first thing this mornin'. I asked Mother and she said she'd ask Mrs. Medlock her own self. Do you mean? Mary began. What I said Tuesday. Ask her if you might be driven over to our cottage some day and have a bit o' Mother's hot oat cake and butter and a glass o' milk. It seemed as if all the interesting things were happening in one day. To think of going over the moor in the daylight, and when the sky was blue. To think of going into the cottage which held 12 children. Does she think Mrs. Medlock would let me go? She asked quite anxiously. Aye, she thinks she would. She knows what a tidy woman Mother is and how clean she keeps the cottage. If I went I should see your mother as well as Dickon, said Mary, thinking it over and liking the idea very much. She doesn't seem to be like the mothers in India. Her work in the garden and the excitement of the afternoon ended by making her feel quiet and thoughtful. Martha stayed with her until tea time, but they sat in comfortable quiet and talked very little. But just before Martha went downstairs for the tea tray, Mary asked a question. Martha, she said, has the scullery maid had the toothache again today? Martha certainly started slightly. What makes thee ask that? She said. Because when I waited so long for you to come back I opened the door and walked down the corridor to see if you were coming. And I heard that far off crying again, just as we heard it the other night. There isn't a wind today, so you see it couldn't have been the wind. Said Martha restlessly. Thee mustn't go walkin' about in corridors and listenin'. Mr. Craven would be that they're angry there's no knowin' what he'd do. I wasn't listening, said Mary. I was just waiting for you and I heard it. That's 3 times. My word. There's Mrs. Medlock's bell, said Martha, and she almost ran out of the room. It's the strangest house anyone ever lived in, said Mary drowsily as she dropped her head on the cushioned seat of the armchair near her. Fresh air and digging and skipping rope had made her feel so comfortably tired that she fell asleep. Good night, little dreamer. The world will smile when you wake.